I'm here with Raymond Vaccari, adjunct professor at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. He teaches a project management professional program. This course helps prepare students for the exam to become a certified project manager. And thank you for joining me. I very much appreciate it.
Glad to be here. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so I'd love to hear your experience as a project management professional and how you got into this field in the first place.
Well, I've had about 50 years experience in project management. I started off in manufacturing for 10 years as a project manager in manufacturing. I worked in Bell Laboratories for 20 years as an overall program project manager for IT development. I worked as a IT consultant project manager for IBM and General Motors for a number of years. I worked in the electrical construction industry as a project manager as well. Somewhere along the way, I think it was 2010, I received my PMP certification. That's the Project Management Professional Certification from PMI. Since then, I've had that PMP certification, and you need to maintain it every few years. You have to accumulate a certain number of PDUs, and I've been able to do that. Somewhere around 16 or 17, I was asked to teach a course at NJIT on PMP certification. It's a requirement if you're going to go for your PMP or your CAPM, which is the Certified Associate in Project Management. If you don't have a lot of work experience, you go for your CAPM. But in both cases, you have to pass the test. And you also have to take a course to qualify to apply for the test. And it's a 35-hour course. And so I was asked to teach the course. And along the way, I also was asked to join NJIT as an adjunct professor to teach project management. So I've been doing this quite a while.
Over your career, what would you say the biggest changes have been specifically in terms of project management?
The biggest change is the introduction of Agile. Agile is a software development approach that is very agile. Develop a prototype, get it out to the customer, get feedback. This is something that has been embraced by the software industry. And PMI is also recognizing that there are project management methodologies that are a little bit different in an agile environment. So that's been the biggest change. And even though it started out and it's very dominant in the software development industry, it's falling over into other industries as well, because it is a good approach to getting projects completed quickly and out to the customer so they can try it and give you feedback.
When did that change, sort of, like, if you can give me, a year or a time period as to when things kind of shifted over to this agile type of project management?
Well, the agile software development methodology started in the early 2000s. PMI recognized its importance in the latest version of their PMBOK. They published a project management book of knowledge, they call it. And we're up to version 7 now. But I believe it was in edition 6 or version 6, which was published a couple of years ago, where they started, they published all of the methodologies for Agile to pass that in the certification test.
So as a practicing project manager and somebody who teaches students currently, what sort of trends do you think that they might be taking on that will affect project management for years to come?
Well, there are people, mostly experienced people who graduated a number of years ago and been working in industry for a while. And they recognize the value of learning project management methodologies and also to attain their PMP certification. They see that as a good career move. In some cases, they're part of an organization that values project management methodologies very much. Most of the larger companies do that. And in cases, they're smaller companies that they don't have a formal project management methodology. And these students are looking to introduce that into their company because it's valued. Project management methodologies now are, customers are asking for it. They want to see that you have those formal methodologies, best-in-class methodologies that are published by PMI. So I see actually, the advent of more technology, types of software development programs that you could purchase that could help you with your with organizing your project and conducting your project. But the newest thing now is AI, artificial intelligence. And that's something that I'm starting to incorporate into the classes as well. We know that people are going to start using it. So let's see how we can apply it to project management. As a matter of fact, one of my, when I do teach the class at Newark College of Engineering, I have a term paper that they have to prepare. And one of the options is, what's the future of project management and how is technology going to affect it? So the students are learning about that. The practicing project managers are aware of it, and it's going to be applied going forward.
How does becoming a certified project management professional, how did that specifically make you a better project manager?
Well, again, because of the thoroughness, understanding all the methodologies, being able to cover those areas that I mentioned, that usually, what happens typically is, oh, you're a project manager, you got a project, okay, go ahead and do it. There's no training for a project manager, okay? By taking this course, you are being trained in the different methodologies, and your awareness about the different aspects of project management becomes incredible. And you could apply it right away to all your projects. You mentioned you're a young person that just is starting in a new area. Well, I recommend project management. I think everybody should take project management courses. We all run projects, one way or another.
True.
Yes, and we all need to know, who our stakeholders are. What are the requirements, and making sure that we do it on time and under budget and with quality. And so those are the areas that you want to focus on.
Yeah, and kind of a side question, outside of the workplace, do you think there's any benefit to being a project management professional?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, you have work items that you do at home. You have projects. The same thing. It's like, again, the carpentry example: measure twice, cut once. Being prepared and understanding what you want to do and having a methodology to have it done is very important. You could apply it in your everyday life as well.
I heard about some of the work you did providing PMP training programs to the NJ Transit.
Yes.
And could you maybe describe some of the challenges they were facing and maybe the type of training that they received and how it helped them?
Right. Originally, we were approached by a fellow who was the chief project manager at New Jersey Transit, and he had a PMP certification as well. And he saw the value of that. And he wanted to get all of his project managers trained in PMI and get their PMP certification. So we ran a couple of cohorts. We did a couple of classes of 10 or so each. And in their IT department, which was separate from the project management department, they have about 240 individuals. And their goal was to train everyone in project management to different degrees. So what we're working with them on now is developing a 4-hour course, an overview of project management. This is the terminology, this is the methodologies. These are the things that that New Jersey Transit is doing that falls in line with PMI's best-in-class project management methodologies. And then after that, a subset of that group would take an 8-hour course, more focused on the basics and understanding a little bit more about what each of the key areas are. And beyond that, another course for those who want to go for their CAPM, and beyond that, a course for those who want to finish and get their PMP certification. So we're working on that with that. So the challenge is to get all the information that you want to do, try to squeeze it into 4 hours. And that's but we're tying it into their existing policies and procedures and methodologies, and I think it's going to work out very well.
What is the number one piece of advice you would give to a student who is looking to start a career in project management?
Start with taking a course, either a 4-credit course at NJIT or the non-credit PMP certification course at NJII that is offered there. The course would give them all the information to get started. Certainly a student without much experience, they would go for the CAPM, the Certified Associate in Project Management, which requires, instead of 35 hours, it only requires 23 hours of training. and it doesn't require any experience. To get a PMP, you have to have 3 years of project-related experience over the past 8 hours of working life as one of the requirements. For CAPM, there's no experience required. So they could get their CAPM, have that, and they could have that, right after their name, CAPM, with the registered trademark, and it'll help them along the way in their career.
Great. All right, Raymond, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate your time. All right.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.